What is your American dream?
My American dream is basically, I don't want to be too wealthy. I don't really care. I just want to live an average life. I want to bring home some money to my parents because my parents are the ones who raised me. They gave me everything, you know. They came from India here just so we could have a better life. So I just want them to have a good life, and I want to be able to take care of them.
America is a really diverse place, rich in culture, and I hope it stays the same forever.
Live your life to the fullest and not having to worry about day-to-day problems that just keep on going on.
I don't have an American dream, but I do have a dream for America. It's just for equality and everybody to be in peace and everybody to treat others as they want to be treated.
My American dream is to become an NYPD and do well in future and make my parents proud.
My dream is already here. We own hotels, we own restaurants, what else you need? I'm good, thank you God.
I do have a dream, and that's the reason I left my family in India to get some good money so they can have a good life in India. I want my family to be here. I will live with them. Maybe God fulfill my dream or not, that I don't know, but I'm trying my best.
Free, liberal society where everybody respects everybody and has a life together, right? Has a society together. That's what American dream for me.
Everybody live happily and culturally rich at the same time, exploring their dreams and getting them.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome everybody, October 2nd, Hump Day. We are in the last quarter of 2019. We're getting to our humpiest of hump days, and I am joined by Belgium Kim and Yonathan Elias, who made an entry there. He leaned in to say hello and hit your funny bone.
I got excited when you said the humpiest of hump
days.
Yes,
I know. He almost fell off his chair there.
Me too. Are they supposed to get humpier as we go along?
I didn't get that
because
part.
I didn't know.
Probably because it gets cooler, so like you want
you need to get steamier.
As we get closer and closer to the holidays, and as it gets colder and colder, we get humpier and humpier.
Right, okay.
All right, Belgium Kim, Yonathan Elias, how was your day today?
It was delightful, Brad. Crazy stuff going on, but it was delightful.
It was very lovely weather here in New York. It was almost summer-like.
It wasn't. It was 90 degrees.
It was hot.
It was just hot.
It was very hot here in New York.
So hot.
And now here's the weather in your neck of the woods. Let's say hello to
9J saw scattered showers today.
Leach Platt, Deanna Watson, Jessica Levy, how are you? Barbara Lord saying squat up everybody. Jacobs Ashikin, also known as Nakisha, squat up. And Marjorie Thompson, Carol Anderson, the Tiger, everyone, evening squad up.
Yeah.
Kennedy Roy, what's going on? I said Lolith Platt already. Who else we have here? Jilly Gould watching. Tamika Nelson joining us. Eileen Clark. How are you, Eileen? And Julian, Janet Brown. I could probably just do this every day and just play a tape of me saying hello. Because we always have our key Brad squatters who always come in right in the beginning, right?
You're right. The only problems that would cause would be for the people who are like, you didn't say hi to me, Brad, and then we have to go back and be like, oh, wait, you as well.
That is true. Ja Love, hello, everybody. Cordella Douglas. I didn't see Cordella on Facebook. Maybe she's not double fisting today.
Ooh.
Teresa Oh, she is there.
She is on Facebook.
Teresa Asserith. Teresa Asserith saying squat up, so she definitely watches. Tracy Lacey, Georgette McKenzie, hello everyone. How you squatties doing?
Hey, I like that.
All right, I like that one. Santana Onyanga, just with a thumbs up. Aretha Johnson is present. And Benito de Nueva York saying hello.
Hey.
Tammy King, DJ Killer Buzz is in the house. Jay Jamaican with a question. We'll get to you in a little bit. Donald Horton. popping in as well.
Oh,
DB.
is he out of the hospital? He was in the hospital yesterday.
He was. What was he in the
Best
hospital?
wishes. He had a virus, so best
my
wishes
gosh.
to Donald Trump.
I hope he's feeling better.
Yeah.
And Tali and Andres R with a question. Island Girl saying hey. Max Santos saying hello to everybody. And DZ Infos wants to know how he can go about it. How can I go about it?
How can DZ? It's okay. I got the follow up.
The question is there.
There's
the
a question there.
I got you, DZ.
I only saw how can I go about it. And by the way, last week we did something very special, the Brat Squad.
Yes, we
For
did.
the crew here. All right, they got 150 thumbs up on YouTube, right? And we got over 200 shares. We asked them to.
Correct.
And then I said, if you were able to do that, those people on that particular day who made a comment on our Facebook or YouTube show will be put in the Brad Show Live drum. The Brad Show Live drum. We get some music, some Brad Show Live music, and what we're going to do, I gotta get my carnival hat on here, because when I spin the wheel, I always have the hat on.
Yes.
It's my lucky hat. I only wear this hat twice. Okay? I wear this hat when I spin the drum.
Yeah.
And I wear this hat when I order in takeout. All right? Because I need luck in both situations.
Do you keep it on until they deliver?
I do. I do.
What luck do you need with takeout?
All right, you never know what you're getting. You just never know what you're getting, and you don't know when it's arriving. So you need both because you're hungry and you hope it's decent.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna spin this wheel. All right. Now, what this is I'm gonna pick two names. I'm not gonna pick anything. I'm just the carnival guy.
Okay.
All right. And Yonathan will pick one name. Belgium Kim will pick one name. In this wheel are the names of everybody who made a comment. Now, if your name is called, what you need to do is you need to slide into Belgium Kim's DM and give her your information, and we will contact you with your free immigration consultation. If you happen to be an American citizen, everyone in your family is an American citizen, you've never met an immigrant in your entire life, but you love watching Brad Show Live nevertheless, you can sell your free consultation to anybody you want, make as much as you want. The value is $200 though.
Right.
Nice.
So if someone's gonna pay more than $200, then they is a fool.
I was gonna say, then you should be selling your own consultations on Craigslist or something.
Right.
All right, I think I have done this enough, although there's one there on top.
Maybe that should be the top of the one.
There we go. All right. So now, Belgium Kim, the first free consultation will be, the first free one is.
I have one. D-Forbes!
Oh.
Boom!
What was
wow, D-Forbes.
D-Forbes?
D-Forbes, I believe, is one of our
YouTubers.
YouTubers.
You get that? Let's make sure so nobody says, by the way, Jessica Kalimi, it was supposed to be 3 if you did it yesterday, but you guys didn't get it done yesterday.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, you guys did not get it done yesterday. But I will tell you, maybe we'll give you an opportunity to win the third one today.
Ooh.
Let's close the drum. D-Forbes is our first winner.
D-Forbes is, yeah.
All right. Uh-oh. We have a defective
Yeah,
drum? No, we do
no,
not.
we do not.
All right. The wheel goes round and round. Come back to me, please. The wheel goes round and round. And where it will stop, nobody knows. And Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, can you reach your long 7-foot zebra hand? What was that? What was it? It was the ET guy. It was like 7 feet long. Wasn't it? Did we read a news article about
yes,
like
the alien?
The aliens,
Oh,
ET,
yes.
right? They were like zebra
Aliens
looking,
are black.
like with their 4 fingers, right?
That was Yonathan's basketball player alien.
Alien, right?
Yes.
All right, and what do we got?
I like this.
What do we have?
Oh, that's the name he knows,
What do
y'all.
we have?
That's
I
the
know
name
this
he
person.
knows.
Did Yonathan pick out one of his girlfriends?
Jean Love.
Hey! So to recap, Jalov and D-Forbes.
And D-Forbes.
Both well deserving. They've watched a long time.
They
They've
have.
shared a lot.
D-Forbes asked
They've
a ton of
commented a lot.
questions.
Congratulations to both of you. You can slide into Kim's DM, and you can schedule that anytime you want. Next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whenever you're ready. Now, what we're going to do before we ask you to share one last time before we get into schmoozing. How many shares we have right now?
Last I checked, it was at 30. Right now, we're at 42.
42 shares. If we get to 250 shares on Facebook and 200 thumbs up on YouTube, it can be done. You only need like 100, like another 200, less than 200 shares right now. If we can get it done, I will tomorrow pick an additional person out of the draw.
Okay.
All right. So Belgium, Cam, Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias. While I redo my hair after putting on my lucky hat, can you please tell everybody how to share and what they're going to win tomorrow if we get to our goals?
Absolutely.
So we have some we call them squad goals.
Squad goals.
Right? Squad goals.
Hashtag
squad goals.
I like that a lot. The very first thing that we need you guys to do today, guys, is get to 250 shares on Facebook. I'm talking the Facebook fam right now. 250 shares, and YouTube's got to pull their weight too, but I'm talking to you guys right now. 250 shares, and you will all be entered in. If you've left a comment, you will all be entered in to the drum to get a chance at one free consultation with Brad Bernstein. Now, if you don't win that consultation but still need your immigration questions answered by Brad, you can do that by joining the Brad Squad on the Brad Show Live Brad Squad Facebook group. The first 5 people that ask their questions there every single day, those are the only people that go through their day with certainty and confidence that their question's gonna get answered first on social media check-in. Also, please make sure, fam, tell us what you think and feel. And as we heard from Terry the Real Slim As, if you're not leaving your question right now, we may not get to it ASAP, and that means at the tippy top of the show. Now's when you leave your question. Tell us everything about your case that we need to know so that Brad can help you. And of course, family, to get to those free consultations, let's make sure that we share this show. You can do that by sharing it as a private message or starting a watch party. You can even share it on your own timeline or into groups that you're members of. And also, of course, and as always, make sure that you've liked our page and hit that little bell, because at the end of the day, that's the only way that you're really gonna know for sure that we're live. And on YouTube, what do we do, Yo-Yo?
On YouTube, the first thing you're gonna do is subscribe, all right? YouTube has been killing with the subscribing count, all right? Facebook has to catch up with getting some followers. I don't know, you guys are, plateauing. YouTube, you guys are killing it and continue to kill it. Even everybody on Facebook, I want you guys to go to YouTube. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube and actually subscribe as well, because you'll also get different videos that will come up that we upload, because we don't upload all our videos to Facebook. So make sure you guys go to subscribe on YouTube as well. We'll put the link in the comments for Facebook right now. Now, don't forget, we have squad goals today.
Squad goals.
For YouTube, you have to get 200 likes?
250. Oh, YouTube, 200 likes.
200 likes. All right. So remember, the thumbs up is not just an emoji that you put into the comment section. You actually have to click that little thumb. It's gray. All right. Turn it blue. It's got to turn blue. All right. So now, remember, 200 likes and then 250 shares on Facebook, you'll actually win another chance of winning a free consultation, which is worth $200. Remember, you can either keep it or sell it, all right? But at the end of the day, we need you guys to make sure you share. So remember how to share. Just click the little arrow or copy the link and send it straight to your social media platforms. But most importantly, let's send it in a text app. So let's use WhatsApp, Viber, whatever text app you use, all right? So make sure you do that right now. I need you guys to start sharing. All right, YouTube, share right now, okay? And also, make sure you put in all your comments right now, comments and questions. Your questions have to go in as soon as possible. This is the first part of the show. You guys are more than likely to get your comments and your questions answered if you put it in right now. So I need you guys to do that right now. Remember, last but not least, I'm gonna say it again. Make that thumbs up. We're only at 39 thumbs up right now. I need y'all to do that. We have 100 people watching. We should have 100 thumbs up, all right? So do that right now for us. And now this is what you've been waiting for. This is where we schmooze with Brad.
All right, another day, another crazy situation going on in Washington, D.C. I don't know if I'm taking crazy pills and I'm not aware of it. They're taking crazy pills in Washington, D.C.
Right.
Or maybe I feel sometimes I'm getting punked.
100%.
Like,
Why?
all of America is punking me.
Yes.
Because of what's going on in politics. Like, maybe like they're making the Truman Show 2, and I'm the dumb Truman guy walking around, because it just can't get any stranger and weirder.
Right.
Yeah.
What goes on there in Washington, D.C. as you put on I'm ready to get on my boat and like come knock on the door at the end.
I think you're right. I think we're all the Truman Show, and Ed Harris is Donald Trump, and then that's just the way that went. Like no one else knows. He's the only one in the know.
All right, so the White House has until Friday to give over all of the records related to the telephone call with the Ukraine that Donald Trump made, where there was a quid pro quo, a crime that was committed between Donald Trump and the Ukrainian president did commit it, but Donald Trump did when he said, "You have to give me dirt on my political opponent to help me win the 2020 presidential election, and I will give you the money that has already been authorized. Otherwise, you don't get the money."
Right.
Okay? That is basically what happened. All right, so Representative Elijah Cummings of Maryland, the chairman of the Oversight and Reform Committee, said the White House has so far completely ignored everything. Now, minutes later, after the threat of subpoena by Friday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Representative Adam Schiff, who, by the way, I think is a really smart guy.
Right.
He went to Harvard Law School. He was a U.S. attorney out in California. They warned the Trump administration that any attempt to stonewall the House's request or intimidate witnesses would be construed as obstruction worthy of impeachment itself. Now, if you remember with Bill Clinton, okay, there was nothing illegal about getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
That is not why he almost lost the presidency by one vote. Remember, it was Al Gore saved him.
Right.
All right? The House impeached him, and the Senate was 50-50. Al Gore was the deciding vote because he was the vice president. He made it by one vote.
Right.
Okay? There was nothing illegal about getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
All right? Was he committing adultery? Yes.
Right.
Immoral? Yes. Illegal? No.
Right.
It's because he lied about his blowjob.
Right.
That caused him...
You can't lie.
You can't lie about the blowjob.
Right.
Okay?
If you're going to get one.
Right. Now, Donald Trump did something worse. There is a underlying crime. This is not a blowjob. This is having a foreign power help you to get elected to be president of the United States and basically bribing that foreign power to do so. That's a crime. Lying about that is a crime. Not giving over documents, that's obstruction of justice.
Right.
A crime.
Right.
Giuliani's going to have the same problem. Mike Pompeo, who now has come out and said he was on the telephone call, is also going to have the same problem. And now the onion starts to peel. And what did I say yesterday? As the onion peels, Republicans may not be so supportive. Right now, the core Republican demographic, the Republicans who go out and vote in the Republican primaries, your core Republican constituency, you're still supporting Donald Trump.
Right.
The Republicans who are not as active, the more independents, the more Rockefeller Republicans, those are your more moderate Republicans, who are more socially liberal, fiscally conservative Republicans. Your independents and certainly your Democrats, all in favor of impeachment. And I said, watch the onion as the onion peels. Senator Grassley, Republican today, he came out and he said that the whistleblower should be heard. There should be nothing that goes against the whistleblower, and he wants to hear what the whistleblower has to say before he passes judgment on anything. That is a Republican, ahead of one of the major Senate Republican, one of the heads of the committees, I forgot which one. It's going to happen. They're going to start peeling away. Now, Donald Trump, who says, this is all a hoax. It's a lie. If it was all a hoax and a lie, he would not be overly concerned about it. He would say, I've got nothing to hide.
Right.
I'll give you everything you want.
Right.
I'm going to deal with being the president because I am the president of the United States, and I'm going to hold myself in that regard. And I'm going to be presidential, and you guys can be clowns in the Congress, but I know I did nothing wrong.
Right.
And therefore, I'm going to go about my day negotiating with Iran, China, and everybody else. But no, he's not doing that, Belgium, Kim.
Right.
Okay? He's watching Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff in their press conference.
Right.
Okay? So responding in real time on Twitter.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi, this is why I'm like, it's crazy time.
Yeah.
Okay? Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff are having a press conference. And Donald Trump is commenting on this press conference in real time on Twitter, giving his opinions about what Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff are saying. He's basically commenting as we go. It's like watching a football game, and like people are like, "Oh, good pass," on Twitter.
Right.
I mean, who has time to do this unless you are so overly concerned about this? So he wrote the do nothing. This is one of his multiple tweets on Twitter.
Oh yeah, he was going.
The do-nothing Democrats should be focused on building up our country, not wasting everyone's time and energy on bullshit. Bullshit being in capital. He wished he had the bullshit buzzer, which is what they've been doing ever since I got overwhelmingly elected. Get a better candidate this time. You're going to need it. I'm gonna tell you something. If he ain't worried, the fact that he is writing bullshit in capitals and then tweeting and commenting along the press conference.
Yeah.
Man is
Baby
worried.
boy is scared.
We were
that
saying
boy
this
is
yesterday.
scared.
You corner him, and he's going to become a wild animal.
Right after this happened.
Yeah.
If this wasn't bad enough, let's go through what happened by noon.
Right.
Okay? We're going to subpoena the records of the White House.
Right.
All right? Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi having a press conference on where they are with the impeachment. Donald Trump live tweeting comments about this. Several minutes after this press conference ended, Stephen Linick, he is the State Department Inspector General.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the guy who is the police, the internal police for the State Department.
Right.
Okay, he's supposed to be independent. He sent an emergency email to both the Republicans and Democrats in both the Senate and Congress and House of Representatives saying that he has information that must be disclosed immediately that is pertinent to the Ukraine investigation. He met with major members of both Democrat and Republican caucus, both Senate and House of Representatives behind closed doors. Nobody knows what information he provided, but obviously it's something regarding Mike Pompeo, who's the State Department head. He was on that telephone call with the Ukraine. Okay. After that, it has now come out that Adam Schiff, later today, around 3-4 o'clock, it's like every time, it's like every hour, it's like as the world turns. It's like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm in the Truman Show.
Absolutely.
All right, that somebody's punking me.
Yeah.
Okay, that Adam Schiff's lieutenant, one of his underlings who works in Adam Schiff's office, knows the whistleblower. And the whistleblower went to this underling, and Adam Schiff was aware of this whistleblowing complaint before it happened. That's the allegation.
Right.
Donald Trump has now tweeted, not more than 45 minutes ago, that Adam Schiff committed treason.
Right.
And should go to jail because he helped write the whistleblower complaint, which is a hoax.
Right.
In essence, that Adam Schiff has made this whole thing up.
Right.
That is now what is going on as of the moment. Now, there's no evidence that Adam Schiff knew about the whistleblower, and if he did, there's certainly no evidence that he helped write the complaint. Now, in addition to all of this, the House has issued subpoenas for both State Department records, Mike Pompeo records, and Rudy Giuliani, who replaced Cohn as Donald Trump's personal lawyer.
Right.
All of this in one day. The day started, I think I said, but if I didn't, I will say it again, with Mike Pompeo saying, "Oh yeah, I was on the telephone call." After he said he wasn't during that whole entire time. Now, I saw on the subway,
Yeah.
okay, that New Yorkers, have you seen this on the subway? Just the ads started going up this week. New York subway riders have been greeted by a new ad. It's in many of the subways, not all of them, hyping, quote, crazy Rudy Giuliani's law office.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yes, he's really off the rails. Now, this is a satirical ad. It's not obviously an ad for Rudy Giuliani's law office,
Right.
but it's a satire on all the lawyer ads that are on the subways.
Of course.
And it was spotted on the A train. Literally, this ad was on the A train on Tuesday, and it features Rudy Giuliani with his tongue out and a website called www.crazyrudylaw.com. Now, the ad's phone number leads to a belligerent voicemail. All right, somebody from the office called the voicemail to see what it was.
Yep.
All right, and it says, this guy starts screaming at you. You have called the law offices of Crazy Rudy. We specialize in back channel deals, cable news appearances, and we work when we're drunk. Now, according to the ad, Giuliani also works for free. He has no shame. The web address at the bottom of the subway poster, which is www.crazyrudylaw.com, leads people to a website detailing the services of the Crazy Rudy Law Group. I thought that was quite funny.
People
Yes.
go so hard. And do you remember, these made me think of the Cohen ones that came out. Do you remember the Cohen
By the way,
ones?
these ads on the subway are expensive, so whoever's doing it,
They are.
yes, they're very expensive.
There is no way that they are paying for them. I think that this is somebody printing
just-
stuff out
and
and
just
then
post
putting
it
it
right
up.
on
Yo,
top.
Because
yeah.
I've seen people
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
open the little plastic
In the
and
same
buy
way
it.
Maybe.
that Bill is looking for an unexperienced home care worker for $18 an hour, I think that this
Right.
is the
You
same
know what?
thing.
Yeah, probably the FDA probably would not have approved that
Yeah,
ad.
no
Now
way.
that I'm thinking about it. Right. In other crazy news, the New York Times reported today that right around the time that Secretary Nielsen was dismissed as Department of Homeland Security, the head of the Department of Homeland Security, Trump didn't like her because she was a Bush appointee and she was a Bush supporter, and she actually was in Jeb Bush's campaign. And it was only after Jeb Bush dropped out that she joined the Trump campaign, eventually became head of the Department of Homeland Security. Donald Trump was having a fit. It's reported in the New York Times last year that he ran on stopping immigration.
Right.
Yet immigration is still happening. And he said, if we can't build a wall,
right,
and this is reported in the New York Times, several people heard it, he wanted to dig a moat and put deadly snakes and alligators in the moat.
Yes.
So that way, if you have to cross the water, you will be killed by the deadly snakes and animals. A real suggestion by Donald Trump.
Right.
Crazy.
He then said, when that was shot down,
right,
he then said, okay, we're going to build a fence, but we're going to electrify it. Anybody who
Right.
touches it gets electrocuted.
Right.
And even if you get to the top, there's going to be big knives on the top that will basically, like from the Middle Ages, that would just come down and slice you in half. But nobody is getting over this fence. That was also shot down as illegal. But he said, and right after that is when he fired the Department of Homeland Security Chief Kristen Nielsen, because he said, I ran on stopping immigration to America. It was my #1 priority, and nobody in this room is doing anything about it. I'm paraphrasing what the New York Times said. So that's when everybody got fired, and that is when this family separation began.
Right.
And that is now according to the New York Times.
Wow.
And well, it got even more. The family separation got even as a family separation. Joe is in my ear. Family separation was happening, yes, but it became a policy at that point. But Kristen Nielsen was not separating people. It was after that it happened.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Florida yesterday has now a ban on sanctuary cities. So everywhere you are in the state of Florida, the police must cooperate now with Immigration Customs Enforcement. If they come across somebody who is out of status, it was not documented, they must hand them now over by law to Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Now the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, says he made passing the ban a campaign promise, and he says it's going to make communities safer.
Right.
That is not going to make communities safer.
No.
It's actually going to make communities more dangerous. Why? Because if you're undocumented, you're a person of color, you're a minority, you have a foreign accent, you have a foreign name, you are less likely to call the police because you don't want to be ensnared in any situation, or maybe you're okay, but maybe your family member's not okay. So now there will be lots of crimes in Florida that do not get reported. There will be lots of homes on fire. Nobody's going to call the fire department.
Right.
There's going to be people who need help in an ambulance. They're going to die at home.
Sheesh.
So this is not making communities safer. The whole idea behind a sanctuary city is that vital services, whatever they may be, police, medical, fire, are provided to everybody, because that would make every community safer.
Right.
And when certain members of a community are scared to call a fire, are scared to call the police, are scared to call for medical help, that makes everybody less safe, not more. And that's a sad day for Florida. The Trump administration last week posed an 18,000 person limit on refugees to the United States this year. If you remember, under Obama, it was over close to 100,000 refugees coming in per year. It is now 18,000. Last year it was 30,000. They are going to cut it down to almost nothing year by year. Good news for New Yorkers. If you are an immigrant in New York City and you are not a U.S. citizen, and somebody threatens your landlord, your neighbor, your relative, to call ICE on you, that is now a crime.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, and you can go, and that person who threatens or calls ICE on somebody just because they are an immigrant can go to jail, can be fined up to $250,000.
Wow.
Now, this guidance applies to businesses, restaurants, fitness clubs, all public employment and housing, and it tends to end all sorts of discrimination in New York City. Mayor de Blasio tweeted, "If you want to come to the ultimate city of immigrants and try to spread hate, you will face the consequences."
Good.
This is crazy how it's really on two ends of the spectrum. Out of Florida, it's like, if you are an immigrant, don't call the police. They will not help you.
Correct.
And in New York, it's like, if you are an immigrant, everyone will help you, whatever you do.
Correct. Now, just before we got on the air, the ex-cop in Dallas, Amber Geiger.
Geiger.
She was sentenced to 10 years in jail.
Ridiculous.
For walking into a man's home without permission, unannounced, basically breaking into the guy's house. Guy's watching Netflix, eating ice cream, shoots him dead cold. He was doing nothing wrong other than eating ice cream, watching Netflix, and having black skin.
That's it.
That is basically the facts of the case. And he was from St. Lucia. He was an accountant. He never posed a threat to this police officer. He's never been arrested. He never committed a crime. By all accounts, a decent, moral human being.
Right.
And even if he wasn't, he still wasn't doing anything to her. There's no record of him and her ever having any sort of relationship.
No.
A fight, nothing.
Nothing.
And she claims she thought she was walking into her apartment and saw a burglar.
And then
now I want you to know something.
I got a lot.
If Botham Jean, that was his name, who got killed, if he, as an immigrant from St. Lucia, walked in to Amber Geiger's apartment, mistakenly believing it was his apartment, and shot Amber,
Right.
a black immigrant,
Right.
shooting a 31-year-old white single blonde female. He would be the poster boy for Donald Trump,
Absolutely.
and he would have gotten electrocuted.
He would have never seen the light of day again.
He would have light of day. He would be in heaven or hell, depending what you believe in. But he would have been given the electric chair, because I believe in Texas they still have capital murder in Texas. I know that for a fact he would have. And now, in reverse, A white woman with blonde hair, young 31-year-old, walks into a black man's home, shoots him in cold murder to only get 10 years. And he's an immigrant. It is a very sad day for America that the value of a black man sitting in his home has a different is only 10 years in jail.
Right.
But if it was a white woman and the roles reversed, he would have gotten electrocuted. And we have a long way to go, unfortunately, in America.
And just like the point you made before the show when we were talking about this, because we were all kind of fuming when we heard the sentence, she's never going to serve 10 years. Right. She'll never serve the full decade.
I don't know what probably 2/3.
Right.
You know, in New York it would be 2/3. I don't know what the deal is in Texas.
She's 31 right now. She's going to be out before her 40th birthday. This woman is going to still be able to have a long and happy, fruitful life, and she took a man's life with impunity. This is disgusting.
You know, and DB, and I neglected to say, and Yonathan, I think you pointed this out before the show because we were all talking about this before the show. DB just reminded me, because you said it to me as well, that her sentence, DB is saying her sentence is ridiculous because she even admitted that she watched him die, and she's a cop, she knows CPR, and never even tried to save him.
She had the nerve to say that she forgot how to do CPR. Right. She's a cop.
Right.
You're a police
officer.
I don't understand how she gets 10 years. What was the mitigating factors that the judge decided? Because the judge has,
it was the jury. The jury hands down the sentence.
It wasn't sentenced by the judge.
No, the jury handed down the sentence.
But the judge can change it.
I think the judge can, but they went with what the jury handed down, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. So, and they had the ability, and I wanna look this up. They had the ability of doing like a 5 to 10 years based off some sort of like impassion, like if it was some sort of crime of passion. But prosecutors were like, she never knew him. He didn't know her. This wasn't a crime of passion.
Are you sure the jury determined the
sentence? The jury was deliberating all day for the last 24 hours.
The jury determines the sentence on how many years you go to jail?
Yeah, that's why they did testimonies with the family, with talking about how it had affected them.
All right. Well, here's some good news at least. I don't know if you saw this. There was this guy, the Iowa State football game. His name is Carson King, and they had the television cameras for the pregame show. And he put up a sign, and it said, "Busch Light Supply needs replenishment," and gave a Venmo account to send the money.
Right.
He put this up, it's like the announcer's like, yeah, we're at the game. The kickoff's going to be in 15 minutes. It's going to be a great game. We got Iowa State versus whoever they're playing.
Right.
Iowa's in the black jerseys and Michigan's in the white jerseys. And there's a football and they try to score touchdowns, whatever they're talking about.
Right.
And this guy just holds up a sign in the back. And money started pouring in, so he can get his beer replenished.
What?
Right. He started getting he got $38,000 before the end of the game. In total, from that one sign, his account reached by individual donations $920,112. $920,000. Now, when Venmo found out, and Busch Light Beer found this out as well, he didn't keep any of his money for his beer. He donated every penny, $920,112. He donated to the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital.
Wow.
When Busch Light Beer found out, they matched it.
Wow.
And donated $920,112 as well. And then when Venmo found out, they also donated $920,112.10 to the Children's Hospital in Iowa. And for that one sign, This man raised $2.9 million
Wow.
for the University of Iowa Family Children's Hospital.
Wow.
Is that unbelievable?
That's $3 million off of a Sharpied halftime. Like,
is that crazy?
That's
Wow.
poster.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And for all those who are definitely curious, I'm going to go ahead and drop my Venmo handle right in the comments
I'll
right
put
now.
my Cash App just in case y'all ain't y'all don't have Venmo.
Also
What about-
PayPal. Venmo
Why
is
don't you just give wire instructions, Belgium Kim?
Nah, I don't need to go that deep. At Kimberly Moore -5.
Zelle, if you guys have Zelle.
Also, yes, we're so flexible with how we accept payments.
All right, so we have some camels. We got to get through Hump Day.
Oh
We
my
have some
goodness.
camels.
We still have that.
We still have Hump Day, Yonathan.
It's hump day.
It is Hump Day.
It's hump day.
So apparently now, the big selling costume for Halloween
Yeah.
is Sexy Mr. Rogers costume.
Oh gosh.
Yes, sexy retailer Yandy.com. They are back with an outrageous sexy Halloween costume. But this year, it is Mr.
What?
Rogers, and they're calling it the nicest neighbor costume. It costs $59.90. Yes, it costs $59.99. It comes with a red V-neck knit sweater, a detached collar and tie, and high-waisted gray booty shorts. And to complete the look, there's also a vinyl wig and creepy puppets as part of the Be My Neighbor costume kit for an additional $12.95.
I'm so done.
So now, on the healthy side of things, Yendi also released a costume version of meatless burger called the Beyond Burger costume. Now, this meaty tube dress comes with a plant-based handbag flag, which does not appear to be one bit environmentally friendly.
Not at all.
All right, finally, if you want to channel your inner sexy,
Such a stupid
your inner
costume.
sexy Bob Ross, Yandy has an outfit for that too, complete with a paint-stained romper,
That's actually pretty funny.
stench denim booty shorts with an adjustable belt, a plush squirrel, a paint palette clutch, and an afro wig. And that costume is $69.95.
Would you like to be any of those sexy costumes right there? No.
As a matter of fact, it's very funny. As I'm reading this, I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do for Halloween?
Yeah.
I didn't even think that it's
See
coming
Bob
around the corner.
Ross?
We
Did you
had
see?
talked about Bob Ross.
Do you see how famous he is?
I guess so.
I'm just saying, I'm a little offended by sexy Mr. Rogers because that feels too pure, but I really like sexy Bob Ross,
actually
and I
really
don't
liked
know
it.
what that says about me.
I actually liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Meanwhile, the first sex toy created by retailer Wildflower, they've come out. It's for all of life's transitions. It's a genderless object. It's meant to suit a variety of bodies. I don't know what Wildflower is. Is it like a famous company, or who's Wildflower?
No, they're a new sex toy company.
They're a new sex toy company.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's named NB after the acronym NB, short for non-binary, and it is a vibrator designed to appeal to users across all genders. The toy designer Wildflower said, "We want to create a toy that could stay with someone through all of life's transitions, changing bodies, new partners, evolving desires, and beyond." You know what? After a while, I would think you'd want to throw the toy out. It's a little, dirty and gross.
Like too many uses,
Like too
you're
many
saying?
different uses. It's like
I
it's
see
like in
what
too
you're
many
saying.
different body parts. And you want me to have this for like 30 years and like hand it down from generation to generation?
That's not a what?
I'm
No,
saying
that's not
it's-
a thing people do.
It's saying that you can keep it forever and it changes as you get older. And I mean,
No,
why are you keeping all
as
this?
your body changes,
Right, you
not
don't
as
pass
you
it
have
down.
children and
I don't
give
know. I mean,
it
it says it, but it
Not
says
heirloom.
yeah,
No,
but it says
no.
it can keep going forever. This thing.
No. It'll
Don't-
be trusty in your drawer that you never give to anyone
Yours.
else.
That was a
Don't pass
start.
it down,
That was a
please.
starting point. Wildflowers suggest 3 potential ways. The first, hump it by lying it flat on the bed and grinding against it. The second, stroke it by curling it into a handheld massager.
I can't.
And the third, tuck it by slipping it into a harness or your underwear. I don't know. That looks like. I think I think that the toy should just go into one orifice and that's it.
No, but that's
and it shouldn't follow you around your entire life journey.
No, but that's the thing. It's for people who are transitioning, and for people who transition who aren't who are still figuring out and learning their bodies. I love this. I'm 100% here for it.
I'm here for it.
All right. Meanwhile, this is something I may be interested in.
Oh.
I'm not sure about the wildflower thing.
Okay.
Okay. But this is something I may be interested in. It is called Snowballs.
What?
Yes.
Sir.
It is called Snowballs. And by the way, Yonathan, do you know what the difference between a snowman and a snowwoman is?
Yes, the snowman has snowballs.
I said snowballs. Exactly. All right. So Snowballs is the cooling underwear you never know you needed.
Ooh.
Yes, so fall is coming along, and that doesn't mean that it doesn't feel like summer outside. And for many people, that means getting a little extra moisture on the body. So in a uniquely male problem, and one underwear company has the solution, the hot balls. And it's now Snowballs. The Snowballs underwear is selling scientifically backed cooling underwear on Amazon and comes with ice packs dubbed snow wedges that men are able to put in the freezer before popping in a pouch that sits over the groin. I don't know if I need ice in my underwear.
Yeah, like a whole ice pack.
Yeah, I don't think I need an ice pack in my underwear. It's not like somebody kicked me there. But it is it does sometimes get hot down there. I mean, maybe something in the middle.
I can't comment on this. I just can't imagine that you would need a whole, like a frozen cold compress situation.
All I think about is.
Yeah, how small is it?
Your balls shrinking.
Yeah. What was that from Seinfeld? No, it's shrinking. It's shrinking. Trust me. So meanwhile, Snowballs claims their product can do more than just force the funk away from your regions. Oh. In fact, the company's primary motivation behind this innovation was family. According to the Fertility Center of Illinois, heat in extreme amounts can damage the testes and decline semen quality. So for men and couples who are looking to conceive and are having a problem, one of the things the man can do to increase his sperm count would be to wear the Snowballs.
The Snowballs. Mm-hmm. All right.
Meanwhile, Asics sports brand, they have apologized for their objectionable content played on the screens above its store in Auckland, New Zealand. Apparently, pornographic videos were shown on promotional screens for hours outside of the Asics store in Auckland on Sunday morning. Security officer Dwayne Hingango told the New Zealand Herald that an explicit sex video played for hours and was seen by startled passers-by. Can you imagine walking down the street and there's this huge billboard playing porn? The video ran for a long time, maybe 2 hours, until the shop staff arrived at about 10. Some people were shocked, others just stopped and watched. Now, this Japanese sportswear brand apologized Sunday, saying the material had been played above its central Auckland store due to a hack.
Wow.
You know what I think it was?
It was.
Because the video is played from a computer somewhere.
Right.
Okay, that's in the store. Okay, so probably the night watchman started watching porn on his computer. Right. I'm guessing how this could have happened. Right. Like the night security guard started watching porn on the computer while the store's closed, and didn't realize that the computer he was watching it on was
casting.
Was casting. That's what I think happened.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But it was happening for hours before the store was open.
Because
the security guard.
He's still there. I see what you're saying. Oh my God.
Right. So meanwhile, in China, a delivery man of condoms has just gotten sued for an unwanted pregnancy. The Chinese media has reported the case of a young woman from the Jiangsu province who allegedly sued a delivery man for bringing the box of condoms she ordered online 8 minutes late, and thus she couldn't wait 8 more minutes and got pregnant.
I can't.
Yeah, apparently the woman, referred to as Sue, as in I'm going to sue your ass, had her boyfriend over one evening in August to watch the movie together. The movie lasted longer than expected. The young man ended up spending the night. Now this is how the trouble began.
This is where it starts,
yes. As things started to get hot between the two lovers, Sue realized that neither of them had condoms and she didn't want to get pregnant. So she quickly called the condom delivery man. The estimated delivery time was 20 minutes.
Okay, doable.
And the boyfriend said, okay, I can stay aroused for 20 minutes. Okay. But as she jumped into the shower to pass the time faster, and as they were caressing each other's bodies, they couldn't hold it any longer.
Oh, no!
Belgium Kim. And
You guys,
the delivery
really?
man showed up 28 minutes after she called, not 20 minutes after they called, and the man eventually had to have sex with the woman.
Of course.
Ejaculated, and
In
the baby
under 8
came
minutes?
9
Right.
months later. So when Sue realized she was pregnant last month, her first thought was that it's all the fault of the delivery man. Didn't bring the condoms in time. So she's now suing him.
No,
Now,
Sue.
according to the
Wow.
Chinese press, Sue has sued the man for $4,200 in anticipated medical expenses, food costs, and lost times. She tells the court, if only the delivery man had arrived on time, this thing would never have happened.
That's the most preposterous thing I've ever heard.
I'm going to tell you
Sue
something.
for
If we
anything,
were
man.
playing true or fake news, I would have said,
I would say that's
said
fake.
that is fake.
Right.
But apparently,
China press.
China press is real. All right, China press is real.
China press. Yeah.
All right, and all right, this is the last one of the day. This is
All
the
right.
last one of the day. And this is the title, Belgium Kim. It says, in wild encounter, woman bites testicles of tiger truck, stop camel to escape. Officials say. Well, I don't
There's
know-
a lot to
Okay,
unpack just in the headline.
In wild encounter, let me read this again.
So a wild encounter
A
happened.
wild encounter.
Yeah.
A woman bites the testicles of a tiger truck stop camel to escape. Now, a Florida woman freed herself from a camel
Yeah. Okay.
by biting its testicles at the tiger truck stop in Grosse Tete. Where's Grosse Tete?
Louisiana.
Louisiana last week, after she crawled into the animal's pen to retrieve her dog, and the camel sat on her. Edmund Clayton Lancaster and his wife Gloria Lancaster had been throwing treats to their dog under Casper the camel's fence Wednesday evening before the dog went inside. After the dog began interacting with the camel, Edmund and his wife crawled in to get their dog. Once inside, Edmund shoved the camel and used his hat to swat at it, which upset the camel, causing the camel to basically sit on Gloria in self-defense. All right, that's what the camels do. Look, so because the camel's like, oh, damn it, you're gonna hit me one more time. I'm just gonna sit on your ass, right? I mean, so the woman had an interesting way to free herself. According to the Iberville Parish deputy, Lewis Hamilton Jr., she quoted the woman Gloria saying, "I bit his balls to get him off of me. I bit his testicles to get him off of me." Damn it.
I'm so weak.
I gotta read that quote again. That was so funny.
Thank you.
I bit his balls to get him off of me. I bit his testicles to get him off of me. Damn it. So the investigation found that the couple had provoked the camel before it sat on the woman. The deputy has said the camel did nothing wrong. The woman and the man were aggressive. The camel was just doing its normal routine. So now authorities didn't find any reason to hold the truck stop liable for their injuries because the camel was enclosed and signs warning visitors to stay out are posted every 10 feet. Now deputies cited the couple for a leash law violation, criminal trespassing, and animal cruelty like they should.
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
Yes. When asked why he kept throwing the dog treats under the camel's enclosure, the husband replied, "I just wasn't thinking."
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding,
No
sir.
shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, that's my Louisiana accent.
Not
So
bad.
the tiger truck stop located 20 minutes outside of Baton Rouge has been fending off animal rights activists for years who wanted a tiger that was once caged there removed from the property. That's why it's called the tiger truck stop. And they put a camel there instead. And then the truck stop also keeps a petting zoo with a miniature horse, a baby kangaroo, and a coyote, which is a member of the raccoon family.
Wow.
Funny story. Not sure why it's in Hump News, but funny
Because
story.
it's a camel.
It's a camel with
All
the
right.
testicles.
So Belgium
That's so
Camp, we have
humpy.
66 thumbs up on YouTube. Okay, and we have, I don't know how many shares on Facebook, but we're nowhere near free consultation land.
I was just about to say.
Okay, why don't you tell somebody what they need to do while I get ready to start answering some immigration questions?
Absolutely. The very first thing that you guys need to do is make sure to give us a thumbs up and share, because that's the only way that if we get to 250 shares on Facebook and 200 thumbs up on YouTube, that's the only way that we spin the drum again and we make Young stop dabbing.
Never stop.
For a free consultation. And on Facebook, what do our people have to do, Yo-Yo?
On Facebook, you guys have to share 250 shares and 200 thumbs up on YouTube. So Facebook, 250 shares. We need you guys to do your thing right now because you have done this. And far beyond 250 before, okay? So make sure you guys share. All you have to do is click on that little arrow, share to anybody's page, share to groups, share to an inbox. But most importantly, let's start a watch party. I saw Tamika Nelson start one yesterday. I didn't get any notifications for anybody starting a watch party now. If you don't know how to start a watch party, click on that same arrow that says share, go a couple options down, and it says host a watch party. And when you do that, it sends a notification to your entire friends list, all right? So we need you guys to do that. And then when you start a watch party, comment in the section and say for your friends to go to the main page and also to like and follow the Facebook page, all right? So we can grow all together. We need to grow this Brad Squad way more, and we need to grow it faster so we can start helping a lot more people, okay? Now also, put in all of your comments and your questions in the comment section right now. Right now, you're halfway through the show, okay? So it's gonna be a little late, but you might still be able to get your questions asked. So put in all your questions right now. All right, and then what we're gonna do on YouTube?
On YouTube, so far, you got 71 of you have hit a thumbs up. That's great, fam, but we're not even halfway there. I'm gonna need another 130 of you to hit that thumbs up. Quite frankly, there's exactly 200 of you watching on YouTube right now. So if every single one of you just hit that little gray thumbs up and turn it blue, that's how we're gonna get there. Also, make sure that you are leaving all of your immigration questions. It's already 6:45, so if you haven't left it yet, but make sure you do it anyway, because you never know how many we're gonna get through in the speed round. Also, please, family, on YouTube, just because there's not as it's not as cool to share on YouTube, it's just as easy, and as a matter of fact, it'll get people's attention even more, because who shares from YouTube? So hit that share and send your family on WhatsApp or Textra or Viber or a Facebook message or via Twitter the link to the show, because Brad's gonna start answering your immigration questions right now in Getting Answers to Your Immigration Questions.
So hopefully I'm going to be able to give away a free consultation today or tomorrow. We got to get to 250 shares on Facebook. We need to get to 200 thumbs up on YouTube. Where are we at on YouTube? We're at 81.
81, yep.
They can do it.
I think so.
They can do it. Let me answer some immigration questions first. Alfonso in Andreas, Mexico. Alfonso.
Yes, Mr. Brad, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. My question is, I was deported 20 years ago, and I've been looking into derivative citizenship. My grandmother is born in California, and my father became a green card holder when he was 15 years old, and he lived with his parents until the age of 21. I got my green card when I was a 2-month-old baby. Do I derive U.S. citizenship through my grandmother?
No, there's no deriving citizenship through your grandmother, but maybe your father derived citizenship through your grandmother, and he was a citizen and didn't know it, and then when you were born to a U.S. citizen. That would be the only way.
Okay, so there is a possible chance that I could become a United States citizen even though I've been deported before?
There's lots of people who were deported who are U.S. citizens, believe it or not.
Okay.
I've handled at least 24 people who were deported who ended up being U.S. citizens. Yours is a little more far-fetched because basically you would have to argue that your father derived citizenship and he was a citizen unbeknownst to him, and then you were born to a U.S. citizen, and then you derived citizenship through that. That would be a long stretch. Now, I would need to see all the facts, but that would be a long stretch. But hey, anything's possible. You never know.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. All right, let's go to Unique in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Unique.
Yes. Hi, Brad.
How are you?
I'm fine. I have a question for you.
Yes.
I applied for family unity.
Yes.
With my mom, through my mom. I got it several times already, my work permit. This time I applied for it, and they send me a voluntary departure. Like, it will come on Friday, and then on Saturday I got the work permit in the mail. But they both have the same date to go down. They gave me 2 years. I'm like, why did I even get voluntary departure? I never applied for that.
Yeah. Well, all right. So let me give you, first of all, for those who don't know, family unity benefits is derived from the old amnesty cases. And in essence, And you had to be under 21 years old in May of 1988, been physically living in the United States, and to have had one of your parents get amnesty under the old Ronald Reagan laws, amnesty laws. And you would get family unity benefits if your mother or your father filed an I-130. They would give you extended voluntary departure and a work permit, which is basically what the law says, allowing you to live here in America and work here legally while you're waiting on your green card. You never went and got your green card. That's your problem. How come?
No, because they told me that I don't know. I just kept on getting a work permit.
So you need to now get a green card. Okay. So what you need to do is, your mom's alive, I assume still. You got to finish that case. You've been eligible for a green card for over a decade already, maybe longer. Okay, so you need to get your green card now. You just can't say, I'm going to stay here on extended voluntary departure for the rest of my life, because that's what you're doing. You need to get a green card.
Okay.
Hold on one second, all right?
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Leonardo in Hoboken, New Jersey. Leonardo.
Hi, Brad.
How are
nice
you?
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I love your show.
Appreciate it.
So I'm under J1 visa.
Yes.
And I have like my biggest fear, like my visa is gonna end in January and I can stay till the end of February.
Right.
And my biggest fear is to find the 2-year rule doesn't apply. And my biggest fear is to find a company willing to sponsor my job, and but not to be able to work because they are going to say, oh, look, for example, the H-1B visa need to be filed by April, and then you start to work in October. And now we are like in October 2018, so a long period. So my question is it like in America is the way to go? Like it's normal?
You need your J is going to expire before next October, I assume. So you need to figure out a different. You need to figure out a different visa category to keep yourself legal, if that's what you choose to do, to get you to April and to get you so that you can file an H-1B, and to get you to October when your H-1B would kick in, which would be a year from now. But yes, that's how America works, unfortunately. But what I think you need right now is a good consultation. So hold on one second, okay?
And my second question
you have a second question, okay.
Yeah. Can a company sponsor directly green card?
Yes.
Without going through like a visa?
Yep.
Is it common?
Yes. That's why I said you need a consultation so we can figure out all your options.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on one second. All right, let's go to Ikram in Staten Island. Ikram.
Yeah, hi, Brett. How are you?
How are you?
Good, thank you. I was waiting my green card. My K was approved. It was April, and they told me card being produced. I always check my tracking number, and until 8th of the May, it's saying wait until the 8th of the May. Then in 9th of the May, it said it's delivered already 25th of April, and I never received it, you know.
This is your green card?
Yeah, it's my green card because our case is approved. My wife.
So then you got to call the 1-800 number and see if the green card was returned to.
Yeah, because I called them. They said it's not returned, and I filled the form.
So if it was not returned, then it's lost.
Then
okay. So what you need to, I'll tell you what you need to do. You got to fill out a new I-90. Okay, lost green card and pay the filing fee.
Yeah, I did, but I did like 4 months ago, but I didn't know I have to pay again.
Yes, you do.
Because I clicked the DHS because I never received it.
Ikram, welcome to the United States of America. If anything you will ever learn in the United States of America, you got to keep paying. All right, that's what it is. All right.
And my second question is because my card already lost. Now the officer told me I have to apply after 30 days because my case, like the
Ikram.
Yes.
My answer hasn't changed. You have to file an I-90. You got to pay a filing fee. You'll get a replacement green card. That's what you do.
But when I have to file this, because he told me I have to wait 30 days.
It's been lost for months. Do it now. Today.
And can I use PO box?
Yes.
Because yes.
For
my mailing address.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Let's go to Abdul in Germantown, Maryland. Abdul. Abdul. Got all day for Abdul. Yeah.
Not really.
We don't really have all day for Abdul. All right, Abdul will go on hold. Let's go to Seema in Ashburn, Virginia. Seema.
Yes, sir. I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Yeah, my first question is my mom, she has green card and she applied for my brother back in October 2016.
Right.
And my brother got approved in October, a week ago. But this December he is going to be 22. So if they change his category to B from 2A, I want to know that can I file amendment for this one? Like the USCIS took 3 years to process his case.
Yeah, not only that, but it sounds like he's still under 21 for Child Status Protection Act. So yes, I would file a mandamus, and I would also argue that he's under 21 under the Child Status Protection Act because he gets to add those years that USCIS took to prove the case to his 21st birthday. So there's a good possibility he could stay in that F2A category. I would suggest you have a consultation. Hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go to Juan in Tampa, Florida. Juan.
How you doing?
How are you?
Everybody sounds bummed when they call here.
What'd you say?
Everyone sounds down.
Down?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
upset.
Upset?
I'm talking about the callers.
I don't think the callers sound upset, but okay, maybe. But you're happy, so okay.
I'm
What's going
happy.
on? Yeah.
Anyways, I got a question.
Yeah.
My parents are citizens. They became citizens in 2015. They brought me here to the United States when I was 1 year old, so I gained permanent resident through them.
Yes.
I'm still a resident. I want to become a citizen.
How old
Can
are you?
I apply with them? Buy them?
How old are you?
I'm 35.
No, you have to do your own N400 and your own citizenship.
Okay, well, I got a little problem with that. I got a felony.
All right, well then you got to come talk to me first before you do anything. Hold on. All right,
Okay.
we can do it out by phone. Hold on one second. All right. All right, let's go to Ascar in Laverne, Tennessee. Ascar.
Hi, Mr. Brad. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you, sir. I have a simple question for you. My parents have come to United States through sponsorship 3 years ago.
Who sponsored them?
Yes.
Who sponsored them?
I have sponsored them.
All right, you're a U.S. citizen. All right, I understand.
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead with the question.
Now, can my other brother claim them on his SNAP application or not?
You can claim anybody you want, as long as it's legal and honest. Yeah, why not?
I mean, my parents have come here on the sponsored petition, and they have green card, but as I have heard, they cannot apply for public assistance.
They could apply for. One second. They could apply for public assistance. Absolutely. What could happen? Absolutely, 100%. What could happen is there's 2 consequences to it. Okay.
Okay.
Consequence number 1 is if they apply for public assistance and now they want to turn around and file for a different family member, they're going to have a problem because as a petitioner collecting public assistance, they're not going to be able to show they can support the next family member above the poverty level. It's one consequence. The other consequence is to you. You sign the affidavit of support. If your parents go and collect public assistance, I've never seen it happen, but Donald Trump keeps saying he's going to do it. The government could turn around and sue you for the public assistance they're giving your parents.
That is, I understand that, but let me just follow up and don't take much of your time.
Sure.
That is true. I have sponsored them. I understand that. But let's say I claim them on my application for benefits. This is for example. But they are my dependent, aren't they?
I'll be honest with you. I've never seen what a SNAP application looks like. I've never actually filled one out, so I don't know. I don't know anything about applying for government, food stamp. I really don't know. Okay.
Okay.
If you're answering my best advice to you, because this has nothing to do with immigration, applying for food stamps, but my best advice to you would be honest with whatever you're doing. The only thing I can tell you is the immigration consequences, which are 1, the government can turn around and sue you. I've never seen it happen. And 2, your parents would have trouble, trying to sponsor another family.
And that's what I don't want to do to get in trouble. That's why I asked you. Thank you very much. I don't take your time.
Okay, thank you. All right. Let's go to Peter in Baltimore, Maryland. Peter.
Yes, I have a question. My wife, I got a green card through my wife, and my 751 application is due in January. So I wanted to find out how I can do it because my wife is filing for divorce and she has a baby with someone else.
All right.
So right now, anytime in October, she may file for divorce, and she has also not agreed to do the joint
All right.
taxes.
Well, this is the story. The law doesn't require you to stay in an unhappy marriage. If she's starting a divorce, you can file on your own to remove the conditions of your permanent residence. You file what's called a waiver based on the termination of a bona fide marriage. And there's a little checkbox you fill out, you check off there. And what you have to do is prove you and your wife were in a bona fide marriage, things didn't work out. The monkey in the whole, I guess the monkey or the monkey wrench or whatever that terminology is that she had a baby with somebody else. So because she had a baby with somebody else, that means at least 9 months ago, or she's going to give birth shortly, and that would be about a year or so into your marriage after you got your green card, she was in a relationship with somebody else. Now, I don't know the facts, but I will tell you this. If it was just an adulterous relationship and the two of you were in a bona fide marriage and your wife cheated on you and got pregnant with another man and then ultimately ended up in a relationship with that man, and you have proof that you and your wife were living together in a bona fide marriage and you were just an aggrieved husband who got cheated on, you're entitled to your green card. Because you could look at this from two different points of view.
Okay.
If it's a situation where your wife was in a relationship with another man and, you just married you to get a green card and then, in this relationship with this other man, she gave birth to a child, she's just given additional proof to the immigration service that this was a business marriage. I don't know what it is. It could go either way. Okay, but I would suggest you have a consultation. But if it was in example 1, you get a green card. Example 2, you got a problem.
What about the joint taxes?
What about them?
So do I need to file single?
You would be filing this year. You would be filing, unless you are divorced by December 31st. You would be filing separately because you're not together with your wife anymore. That's how I would do it. Hold on, I think you need help. All right, let's go to Diane or Dean in Bronx. Diane. Hello.
Dwayne.
Yes. It's Dwayne.
Good afternoon, Brad.
How are you, Dwayne?
I'm doing good. I have a couple questions.
Yes.
You guys is filing over about my I-751. I called last week and you told me that I should file back over the I-51 because the divorce decree.
Yes.
They put me, the immigration write me a letter and say they give me 33 days to get the decree. But you told me that I should file over about the I-751. So you guys is working on the case now.
Good.
I have some document. I don't know if that is enough. I have 3 years tax return that we both filed together. I have a lease that we were living together.
Can I make a suggestion to you? Can I make a suggestion to you? You're my client?
Yes.
Do you need to discuss your entire business over a show? Why don't we have a private conversation? Hold on one second, all right?
Okay.
All right. With that, I had recently spoke with Bernstein personal injury attorney and partner Moshe the Bulldozer Baruch about what to do if you're a construction worker injured in a job-related accident. Let's watch. Every year, 10% of construction workers are injured on the job site. According to the Census of Fatal Occupational Injuries in 2017 alone, 5,147 construction workers died on the job. When an accident leaves a construction worker incapacitated, they and their families lose the financial security they once had. A good attorney is needed to make sure that the injured parties are compensated to the highest level, because most of the time, they will never be able to work again. And there is only one bite of the apple when it comes to fighting for compensation in court. With me to discuss what to do if you or a loved one is involved in a construction accident is Spar and Bernstein's personal injury attorney, Moshe the Bulldozer Baruch. Hello, Moshe.
How you doing, Brad?
Mr. Bulldozer, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You've been called that many times, right?
That's right.
Yes. Where did you get that name? From an adversary, I think, right?
I believe so. It was a deposition, I think, when I was so aggressive. He's like, look, you're like a freaking bulldozer. You just want to skim through this deposition really quickly.
So anyway, and it stuck. So, everyone at Spar Bernstein gets a name, even the attorneys, we call you the Bulldozer. Let me ask you a question. We're talking about construction accidents here. If you're at a construction site and you get hurt on the job, what do you do?
If you're hurt on a construction site, the first thing I recommend somebody do is stay put, don't move, get your phone out, call 911, get medical attention. That's the first thing you need to do.
Do you know how many people say the first thing I do is to call the safety foreman?
That's what they tell them to do, because they're interested parties. You should never do that, because those people have adverse interests against you.
The site safety foreman actually is employed by the insurance company.
That's right.
They're looking to limit their liability, not give you what you're fully owed.
Correct.
So the site safety foreman is actually against you, not for you. And I think the reason, not only do you want to get medical attention, and the quickest way to get medical attention is to call an ambulance, not have your colleagues drive you to the hospital, but just as important, if you're going to have a lawsuit, and if you're going to be injured and not going to be able to work again, you're going to want to have a lawsuit because you're never going to be able to earn an income again. You have to demonstrate and document what happened.
Exactly.
So if you call an ambulance, there is no question that the accident happened on the job. I've seen in my career, and I'm sure you have as well, many instances where the colleagues drove somebody to the hospital, and then the insurance company or the construction company would say, they never got injured on our site, we have no record of it.
That's a good point. So what happens is, if you have one of your colleagues take you to the hospital after an incident occurs, now the facts have changed. Now everybody can move things around at where the incident occurred. So if a ladder fell, for example, the ladder can be picked up and put away somewhere. And now you don't have the actual ladder to take pictures of, or to have an EMS personnel put notes in and take notes about what happened. So you're right. You should always stay where you are, call for help, medical attention, and get everything documented.
Right. So really the two things, when you say, ouch, I'm hurt, I'm really hurt, is get an ambulance, because the ambulance is going to document that the accident happened, and they're also going to be the quickest way to get medical attention. And two, if you're able to, everyone has a cell phone now, Moshe, right?
Oh yeah.
If you're able to, only if you're able to, take out your phone and take pictures or video of everything around you, who's there, what happened, what fell. Take pictures, as many pictures as you can, because you have to document that that accident happened and how it happened. And if you're too injured, but you're able to talk, ask one of your colleagues to do it for you.
Absolutely. And another thing, Brad, a lot of people, we get a lot of these phone calls, they get injured that moment, but they don't seek medical attention until the following morning. Why? Because they want to show their colleagues that they're big, tough guys. But what they don't understand is that this more time you wait to get medical attention for your pain, even if it's just a sprain, get medical attention that instant moment. Because the longer you wait to get medical attention, you're delaying your case, and you might be adversely affecting
But not only, you're adversely affecting it, because now you're leaving a question about, were you injured at that moment, or was there something else that happened in the preceding days? Maybe you fell on the street, maybe you fell at home, that all of a sudden now 1 week later you're complaining you're in pain.
Exactly.
So you get medical attention immediately if you're in pain, because you want to document that pain, that injury, is a result of this accident that you took pictures of, your colleagues took pictures of, and that the ambulance came to the scene and saw you there lying in pain and treated you as a result of the accident that happened. Moshe, quickly, before we leave, because people always like to know about our Spar and Bernstein success stories, tell us about one of your great success stories in a construction accident case.
Sure. 3 or 4 months ago, we settled a case where one of our clients was on a scaffold. He was putting sheetrock on the scaffold, and the scaffold, for reasons that are irrelevant to us, for the purposes of the case, it fell. And when the scaffold fell, our client fell with it, and he fractured his vertebrae. He had a subsequent fusion surgery, which fuses the two vertebrae together, the uninjured vertebrae. And what happened was we filed a lawsuit. We sued the owners of the premises. We sued the contractors, the subcontractors. So we proved that he couldn't ever work as a construction laborer again. We got him almost $6 million, Brad.
Wow.
Yep.
That's an amazing result. $6 million. If anybody is ever injured in a construction accident, call Moshe the bulldozer, Baruch. We call him the bulldozer. They call me Uncle Brad, so you're the bulldozer. But more importantly, if you know anybody who works at a construction site, you never know when an accident happens. And when an accident happens, the last thing you need to worry about is who you're going to call. So just save our telephone number in your phone. God forbid you or a loved one gets injured. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Save that number in your phone, and God forbid anybody ever gets injured that you know at a construction site, you can call us immediately, because what you've learned today is it's the most important thing is to get treatment immediately and have your lawyer on the case immediately. Thanks, Moshe. Great job.
Sure. Thanks, Brad.
Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, and quick reminder, everybody, if we get to 200 shares on Facebook, 250, and 200 thumbs up on YouTube, we will pull out another free consultation, but I don't think it's going to happen.
We're at 89 shares.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like a low energy in sharing today.
Yeah.
Why don't they love us, Brad?
It's low energy in sharing today. That's all I can tell you.
I don't understand.
Yeah, and one other reminder: if you didn't get your immigration questions answered today, and you are part of the Brad Squad, and I know who you are, you can slide into my DMs, as Belgium Kim says, at Real Brad Bernstein on Instagram. I'm happy to help you if I can. If not, I'll tell you to have a consultation with me. And you can also follow us at Brad Show Live. You won't be talking to me. You'll be talking to Little Caesar. But she is just as equally fun to talk to as me. She just doesn't have the legal knowledge. Belgium Kim and Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
You can follow me at Travel Queen Kim. And the last thing I posted on that other account that I follow is that I don't post on there anymore. So Travel Queen Kim is the place you can find me.
And you can follow me at Yonathan Elias TV.
All right, social media check-in.
Our first question comes from Brad Squatter Marissa Suku, who said, what would happen if you missed your interview date because USCIS never updated your address despite mailing you confirmation that they did? The appointment notice was sent to the old address and we got it too late. We got notice that they had updated our address though.
Make a motion to reopen. But you only have 30 days to do that. You got to pay a filing fee, or you have to refile again.
Fearless Michelle saying, I recently got a letter that the I-130 filed by my husband had been transferred to Texas office, and that they will write me when it's approved or require any documents. He was a PR when he filed, so permanent resident when he filed. Now he's a citizen. What must I do? Must I file documents to the Texas office with a copy of the I-797 notice?
Yes, and upgrade it to citizen. Correct.
Our next question comes from Yodeep, who said, I'm from the Philippines and I've got a petition approved since December of 2015. I'm 21. I'm older than 21, unmarried son. If I get married, is it going to change my wait time, and is it going to be longer?
He's sponsors a resident?
We don't know if he's been sponsored by.
If the sponsor's a resident, that ends the case. You don't get a green card. If your sponsor is a U.S. citizen parent, you've just made your green card wait about a decade more.
Oh my gosh. So either way, don't do it.
Correct.
Yeah. Elias Perez saying, hey Brad, I'm a conditional green card holder. My question is, I want to apply for Obamacare, but I need to know if that would affect me in the future like a public charge when I have to remove the conditions.
No, it won't.
Okay.
Abby said, if my father is retired because he's 75 years old, he came on a visitor's visa 4 months ago, should I petition for him here or let him go back to South America first? I'm a citizen.
File an adjustment here.
Les Lobo saying, would it be possible to get a copy of 1988 green card application with a FOIA request to USCIS? I hear they have a digitized records going back 50 years. Is this true? How long would it take?
Yes, you can get it, and if you fast track it, just say, I just want a copy of this and nothing else, hopefully a couple months.
Lady Gaza said, if a stepfather filed for his stepdaughter, how long after she receives her green card can she file for her citizenship? And after receiving the citizenship, can she file for a parent who is living here out of status?
5 years after she gets her green card,
Mm-hmm.
and assuming she's over 21, she can file for her parent the next day after she becomes a citizen.
All right, Bubba is saying he needs some help. Okay, he's from Gambia, West Africa. The case is a CR1, and they have a message from NVC that accept all the required documents and still waiting the interview date. It's more than 3 months now. What should they do?
Call me, and we got to call the embassy.
Absolutely.
All right, Bubba.
Bubba, moves on you.
Yeah.
Kay Marshall said, I filed in January and did my biometric on February 21st, but have yet to receive my work permit. And when I check online, it's not saying that the biometric's been received. Could this mean that something went wrong from the time I took my biometric to the time they sent it?
It's very possible. You should have had your work permit by now.
Benito de New York saying, I have a son from a previous relationship who lives in my country. Do I need to bring his birth certificate to my green card interview? I'm married to a U.S. citizen.
Yes, if you ever want to sponsor that son, yes.
Tammy said, I'm filing for my spouse. Do the documents have to be filed by the postmark date or the receipt notice date before the public charge goes into effect?
It has to be received by immigration before the 15th of October.
Andrea is saying, hey, can I file 864W with or after the I-130 for my minor child? If my child who will automatically derive U.S. citizenship at the same time that he comes to the U.S. as a permanent resident. I'm a U.S. citizen.
You don't need an affidavit of support for that case.
DZ Info said, with an approved I-130 and a receipt of the I-824 to transfer the I-130 to NVC, could I apply for the immigrant visa straight with the consular officer?
No, you still have to go through the National Visa Center.
Andrea is saying, once my kid is 16, enter with the U.S. With a green card in the legal custody of me, a U.S. citizen parent. They automatically become a U.S. citizen. Can I apply for his U.S. passport right away? Is it faster than the N600?
Yes, but you should do the N600 also.
Goat-like said, can parents who were barred for 10 years have any possibility of being sponsored by their U.S. citizen daughter? The punishment was over in June 2018, and parents have visited the U.S. as Canadians 3 times since.
Yes, if your punishment, your 10 years is up, then go file.
Aubrey Cruz saying, my question is, can daycare school sponsor me if I have a bachelor's degree in education? My visa is C1. I have a qualifying relative who will suffer hardship. My potential employer is asking if I can get fingerprinted for employment purposes using just the tax ID and asking the salary requirements if they will sponsor me.
Yes, it sounds plausible.
Ooh, I like those. Yeah, get you that job, baby girl.
Yeah.
Marsha McCullough said, my relative wants to get his 2 children here. He's a green card holder by marriage. What forms does he need to file?
I-130.
Chica saying, hey Brad, y'all are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Here's my question. I have my citizenship interview next week, and I'm owing on my tax. Can that be a problem with my interview?
If you owe and not on a payment plan, yes.
Mary said, if someone thinks they might have accrued a misrepresentation 15 years ago, and now my immigrant visa interview is current 15 years later, would NVC have approved all of my civil documents and fees and forwarded my case to the U.S. consulate in my home country for an interview if they knew I was inadmissible?
Yes.
They would have gone through all of that?
Yes.
Oh my God, MS, please get an attorney.
Ooh.
Please.
Right there.
Yeah.
Next one comes from Sharon Brooks saying, affidavit of support if a child is not noted on your last tax return because the mother claimed for that child as a dependent. Should you note the child on your form as dependent children?
Yes.
On Rita said, can my sister change her address with NBC. She's living out of the country, and they put her case number BAG because she's Iraqi and left her country after I filed the I-130. Now she's a refugee, and because she is in a minority religion, she couldn't go back there. What can we do?
Change the address to wherever she is now.
And we can do that with NBC even though she's not in Iraq anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kwano saying, if I go get married to my fiance in Ghana, could he come back with me before I file his paperwork?
No.
Amma said, if the status is changed from a J1 to an H1B while in the U.S., how long of a wait time for the H4 to be approved if the biometric was done in August? This is at the California office.
A couple months.
Drums Lewis saying, my EAD is going to expire in a couple months. Do I have to pay to renew it?
On an adjustment, you shouldn't have to.
Rudy said, I applied for asylum 2 years ago, but the person who's helping me with my case just graduated from university, and I don't even have a work permit yet. Do you think it's going well?
No.
Kofi saying, please, I have a question for you. My friend, he and his U.S. spouse attended his green card interview yesterday, and the officer asked the wife if he was married before, and the wife said yes. The officer asked his wife again where is his divorce or maybe divorce papers, and she said she's in New Jersey, or divorcee. Where's the divorcee? She said that she's in New Jersey, and the officer did not say anything again. He wants to know if he should be worried. So I guess the officer asked...
Did you bring a divorce paper? No. Did you list that you were married previously? No. Yeah, I'd be worried.
Yeah, that's bad news bears.
That's bad news bears.
Yeah.
That's Walter Matthau all over again.
It's not good news bears.
No.
Yeah.
You don't know who Walter Matthau is?
I don't. Who's Walter Matthau?
He was the coach in the Bad News Bears.
Oh.
Okay, I have a terrible confession to make.
Never saw the movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Me either.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. I say Bad News Bears all
Really?
the time.
You've never seen it?
And you've
Never seen that movie. Because I know what it means for it to be Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, and
should
I've
probably.
never said it.
Well, I just grilled myself on TV. Donna Lee said, if you're a permanent resident, can you file an adjustment of status for your kids? One is 18, the other is 12, and they're both in the U.S.
If they're in legal status, yes.
All right, and last one for right now. Marco saying, hey, Brad, my wife and I got mail from USCIS that our interview has been scheduled. We're expecting the mail to arrive with the exact date, but we're also expecting a baby. Due date will be November 5th. What should we do if the interview date matches the day of my wife's delivery? Should I go alone on the interview with proof of her being in the hospital, or call USCIS and try to reschedule? We don't want to lose the opportunity to reschedule.
Go alone with proof that she's in the hospital.
All right.
Oh
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations. But also, I really need her to either wait a few days or do it a few days beforehand. Don't just don't have to miss anything to be at your interview.
So, in honor of Hump Day, Yonathan, he went out on the streets of New York and met Elias and Shamil, a couple from London. He tested their knowledge of each other with questions similar to what might be asked in a Stokes interview. Would you know the answers about your significant other? Play along in this Bradified Marriage segment.
What's up, Brad Squad? It's your boy Yonathan, Elias, and you already know what time it is. It's time for another edition of Bradified Marriage. So you already know, if you're trying to get your citizenship, they're gonna give you a Stokes interview. You guys gotta pass. So this right here is a way to prepare you guys. So I'm gonna pick a nice looking couple. I hope I can find one, because this is gonna be real interesting. Let's go see if we can get one. All right, guys, I hope you're ready for the Bradified Marriage. I found this lovely couple over here. What's your name?
Elise.
Shamal. And my friends are from London. Give them some love. All right, you guys ready for the Bradified Marriage?
Okay.
Absolutely. All right, so who's going to answer the question first?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to have you go over there, right back there. Don't be listening now. We're watching you. You're still on the camera. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you guys have been together for how long?
11 years.
So let's see how well you guys will do. That's over a decade.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Very long.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, now for the first question. What's the meal you cook for them first?
First meal. Oh God, it was so long ago. Some sort of ravioli, cheap pasta sauce, own brand kind of thing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And now, what was the first meal he cooked for you?
Yeah, probably the same. Some sort of frozen vegetable, cheap pasta sauce, pasta.
Listen,
Yeah, he used to be poor.
Exactly. There you go. What's the first meal you cooked for them?
First meal. I think I cooked her biryani, chicken biryani. I think.
Okay. And what was the first meal she cooked for you?
Ooh. I think she made me some really shit pasta, like vegetable pasta or something. Yeah, she used to be terrible cook. Yeah, she got a lot better to be fair. So.
All right. Now, do you play an instrument?
No.
Okay. Does he play an instrument?
No.
No. Okay. Do you play any instrument?
No.
And does she play any instrument?
She doesn't.
All right. What's your favorite TV show?
Like actually, or a secret one? I think he'll say the secret one. He'll probably Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, that's why it's secret.
Sorry,
Girl.
I have a brain. I do actually.
You still have your brain cells and everything.
Yeah. They work.
And what's his favorite TV show?
That's a hard one. Oh God. Oh, that is so difficult. Maybe Top Gear?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite TV show?
Ooh, my favorite TV show. These days, I think is Game of Thrones. So.
And what's her favorite TV show?
Oh, I think she loves the Kardashians.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you have any birthmarks? If so, where?
I don't, but I have a lot of moles.
And does he have any birthmarks?
No.
Okay. Do you have any birthmarks?
Birthmarks. I don't know if she knows. I don't even know. I don't think I have. No.
Okay. And does she have any birthmarks?
She doesn't.
All right. What's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Red wine.
Ooh. Okay. And what's his favorite alcoholic beverage?
Whiskey. Single malt.
Ooh. That's my type of guy right there. What's your alcoholic beverage of choice?
Whiskey.
Okay. And what's her alcoholic beverage of choice?
Red wine.
You said that fast. Y'all like to drink a little bit?
Yeah, we would drink. We drink.
Now, what's your favorite chip flavor?
Cheese.
Okay. And what's his favorite chip flavor?
Thai sweet chili.
Ooh. He's got a good palate, that one.
Yeah.
Now, what's your favorite chip flavor?
Chip flavor. Thai sweet chili.
Okay, so you have a very strong palate.
Yeah, you know. I'm Asian. So yeah.
All right, what's her favorite chip flavor?
I think she likes the peppercorn one, salt peppercorn.
Okay, what's your sleeping position?
On my belly.
Okay, and what's his sleeping position?
On his side.
All right, what's your favorite sleeping position?
On my side.
And what's hers?
On her stomach.
Okay, so let's see how you guys did. 11 years strong. What's the first meal that she cooked for you? Both of you guys. 1, 2, 3.
Pasta. Yeah.
What kind of pasta did you say it was?
It was some crappy ravioli.
Yeah. And what did you say?
Crappy vegetable pasta.
You both agreed on that. It was good. But he at least said that you got a lot better.
Yeah, I can cook now.
What's the first meal he cooked for you? 1, 2, 3.
Ravioli? Oh shit, sorry, I forgot that. No.
Does she play an instrument? 1, 2, 3.
No.
On the count of 3, does he play an instrument? 1, 2, 3.
No.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Bland.
But you guys have the personality and characteristics.
Yeah.
On the count of 3, what's her favorite TV show? 1, 2, 3.
Keeping Up the Kardashians. Yeah.
On the count of 3, what's his favorite TV show? 1, 2, 3.
Top Gear? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, it's relevant these days. Yeah. Now, on the count of 3, does she have any birthmarks? 1, 2, 3.
No.
On the count of 3, does he have any birthmarks? 1, 2, 3.
No.
Woo! In sync. Now, on the count of 3, what's her favorite alcoholic beverage? 1, 2, 3.
Red wine.
On the count of 3, what's his favorite alcoholic beverage? 1, 2, 3.
Whiskey, single malt. Yeah.
And she went even further.
Has to be.
This is a keeper right here. This is a keeper. On the count of 3, what's his favorite chip flavor? 1, 2, 3.
Thai sweet chili.
On the count of 3, what's her favorite chip flavor? 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
Peppercorn.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it has to be cheesy. I hate those.
I love cheesy chips. Yeah.
Onion and cheese. Fuck.
Now, on the count of 3, what's her favorite sleeping position? 1, 2, 3.
On my belly.
On the count of 3, what's his favorite sleeping position? 1, 2, 3.
On his side.
I think y'all passed. I'm not gonna lie. You got
surprised.
Yeah.
I thought I got all of them wrong. Well, most of them.
Yeah.
I think this deserves a nice kiss right here.
Yeah.
You guys did amazing. There you go, my lovely couple from London. I think they did pretty good. I'm gonna ask Brad. I want to see what Brad thinks too. And what do you guys think? Put it in the comments below. All right, back to the studio.
All right, we have 2 minutes on speed round. And we have a speed round, and we're going to answer 15 questions in 2 minutes. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. All right, you ready?
Oh, snap. Look at my
Snap.
Wow, snap.
It's all messed
Snap,
up.
snap, snap.
Let's get
Okay, I feel good.
You ready?
Feel good.
Let's go.
Adeptin said, I was petitioned for by an LPR 4 months to my 21st birthday. Can you explain if I'm going to age out?
Yes.
Lon Ray said, can my U.S. Citizen spouse file I-130 for my kid who's outside the U.S. while my AOS marriage interview is still under review?
Yes.
Yolanda said, do I need a travel document to travel to Canada because I have a green card?
If your country doesn't take, Canada doesn't take your passport, yes.
Truth says, is it necessary to file the I-131 application of travel form along with all the other forms if one has no intention of traveling before the green card is approved?
You don't need to file the advance parole if you don't want to.
Joe said, how long will you wait after marriage before applying?
The next day.
Tracy says, can an LPR file joint taxes with his or her undocumented spouse?
Yes,
who's unemployed?
Yes, get a tax ID number for her.
Jay said, can I file all the documents the day after my wife passes the interview test or the day after she swears in?
The day after she's sworn in.
Siraj says, how long does it take to get a reply once it's submitted initial evidence requested?
At least 120 days.
Child said, I applied for family unity and received a voluntary departure. The next day I received a work permit and never applied for the departure. The expiration.
Get a green card. I spoke to her on the phone.
Arlene says, I only have 1 month left on an 18 months extension of my I-751. What should I do?
Get a stamp in your passport. Go down to USCIS.
Max said, if I send my RFE after October 15th, will it still affect me?
No, because your adjustments filed before October 15th.
Bernard says, what documents do I need to file my derivative child?
Proof that he lived with you in legal and physical custody before his 18th birthday. He had a green card and you were a citizen.
Rita said, how long should the asylum application pend before filing a mandamus?
You may not want to, depending on whether or not you have a clear-cut case for asylum.
God saying, any information on public charge?
There's lots of information, but I can't do it in the speed round.
Layla said, I'm a green card holder and I've got hospital bills due to an emergency. Can that be a public charge for me? My son who applied for me is under 21.
Yes, it could be.
There we go. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
That was chill.
Yeah. Now, there was a question about Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make it clear.
Yeah. No,
if you come from a country and Canada says you're allowed, like say England, you have a green card, you're from England, you can go to Canada with your English passport.
Right.
Okay. If you come from a country like Jamaica. You can't just walk you can't fly from Jamaica to Canada without a visa.
Got it.
So you would need to get a visa in your passport before you go to Canada.
So regardless of your green card in the U.S., it's about your home country in Canada.
Correct.
Awesome.
All right, comments of the day.
Our first one is from I'm a Survivor, a little hump day, pun day action. You guys are having a ball of a time.
That would have been funny, a snowball on the time.
Yes. Well, speaking of snowball, we have another hump day action for the comment of the day from Scarlet Knight saying, they better get the camel some snowballs.
He does.
That was funny.
The extra larges would fit. I think the extra large would fit.
Yeah.
Our next one comes from Marlene Rossi, who said, we need common signs in the chat for mandamus, consultation, private call, please listen to Brad, and many more.
Yes, we need new emojis.
Like Brad Squad Dictionary.
We need Brad Squad emojis.
I like it. I like it. Like our own emoji pack.
Yes.
That would be cool.
That would be amazing.
That would be really cool.
All right, we have one from Don Harriet saying, if you need a good laugh, come and watch this immigration show. It's sit-down comedy. It's at its best.
I agree.
That's amazing.
I agree.
That was nice.
I think on our Instagram once we because every couple of months we change like what the show is. I think on Instagram we said it's the only live comedy immigration show in America.
That's right.
True.
Yeah.
Based off of a comment of the day of one of our viewers,
exactly.
I believe.
Right.
And our final comment from Lady Gaza TK, which may have to be our next description, says, I swear, when people tell me about their immigration attorney and I ask if it's Brad Bernstein and they say no, I just kiss my teeth because Brad is like a lottery ticket. If you don't have Brad, you don't have a chance.
That's right.
Yes.
Hey!
I agree. All right, everybody, have a great night. We will see you tomorrow live, sometime after 5:30. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm, located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.